Internet. Hello. Hello. Live chat. Less than 20 seconds in. He remembered to change the thing over to the live chat. What's going on? Cosmin, you and your garlic mashers, mashing all that garlic. There will not be a garlic unmashed in your region. Feel like garlic doesn't stand a chance. Paul's here, Steve's here, Fenrir's here, Fenrir Bjornsson. I love that. That's a cool name. Oh, how's it going, everybody? What is happening, as they say? Gretchen's here. Look at that. Everybody remembered it's a thing. Matt's here. Woo! I need a beverage. I found a new, not favorite, but really good. I'll show you. It's not a Mike's never had this food before, but because it was a Mike's never had this food before just a couple of days ago. The Canada Dry Raspberry Lemonade Ginger Ale. Thumbs up. Unfortunately, it is a limited offer, but it's delicious. Gretchen, Fenrir, where are you that it's morning? Because it is 5:45 p.m. here. Big Cheesy Wheezy's back. Tempted to drink one of your Mexican Cokes, Paul said. You don't drink my Mexican Cokes. Those are mine. Actually sounds good. It is really good. There's just a slight hint of ginger and a slight hint of raspberry and a slight hint of lemonade and the right amount of fizz. It is a good beverage. 6:48 p.m. But I say it's morning. Do you work nights? Did you just wake up? Remember the ski apparatus? Yes, I do. Yeah, that and an extra lawnmower. Gone. Did you get some money? Did you get any money? Or are you just like, get them gone? One more that's a bigger pain. What now? What now? It's always something with you. I'm glad that I did say that was your homework, was to get rid of the ski thing. But we figured out you were supposed to do something with it. You were supposed to give it away for nothing, but almost nothing. You were supposed to get some money to put towards something. But it wasn't Lost Art Press books. And it wasn't... It was a new guitar. You were supposed to be putting money towards a new guitar. I don't work at all, but I graduated high school at 16 and I'm figuring things out. That's a good way to do it. Figure things out. Don't work if you don't have to. Work sucks. Don't do that. Scrap cost? That's not enough. Did you not even do my plan? Where you're going to sell it to somebody for not nearly as much money as it's worth for them to use as a coat rack or a clothes hanger? Your beard is the best. Would definitely win beard contest. Well, it depends who else is in it, I guess. There's lots of good beards. I don't think I can claim that mine is the best. Mine is the best. I have the best beard out of... I don't even know. Do I have... I might have the best beard in Campbell River. Probably not. There's a couple of good beards around. Work totally sucks. Yeah, Gretchen knows. The table saw has to go. Mom got it for me when I was 12. Your mom got you a table saw when you were 12? It was different times. Not want it. Trying to figure out how to give it a good home. It's like new original blade and original blade from when you were 12. That's wow. I can imagine work being like school, but you get paid to go. That's what you think. It depends on what you do for work. Try to find something that you don't hate. How's that for advice? And if you find a job, it turns out you hate it, don't leave it until you find one that you think you'll hate less. And then take that one and then leave your job. Don't leave a job thinking you'll go get another one. Don't leave a job until you've got another one. Craftsman 113.exe for 1993. Original blade. That's got to be some kind of record. A scroll saw when you were 10, so graduated to the table saw. Sweet. That's good youth. That's good childhood, that is. Paul's beard has really sprouted looking for a Santa suit. Yep. Probably a good idea. You make some extra bucks at the mall in December. Special kind of letting go of this thing. Yeah, a 30-year-old table saw that your mom got you when you were 12. Why don't you want to use it? Just use it. Blade has no teeth, it's just steel. I've had some of those. I might still have. I had a crosscut blade, like a 200 tooth Mastercraft crosscut blade or something at one point that was just, it was just sharpened steel teeth that were just cut out of the metal. Mike could use your saw. Heard his squealing really bad. No, I was doing the tilt. The tilt does a squeak. Shut up. Realized it was just, oh, you were making a singing joke. That's hilarious. Eric Habakabaka has a massive beard. It's true. Been using Freud blades. I also use Freud blades. I have a glue line rip and thin crosscuts I like. Those are going on the new saw. I have the heavy duty rip blade full kerf flat top deal. And I have the thin kerf glue line rip from Freud. Those are both Freud blades. And I like them both. They're great. I'm going to eat tonight. We're going to cook. Somebody was saying they're in a food coma. I'm a cook tonight. I'm going to make dinner. Let's get it started. I got the nutritionalization station all set up, all reset up with my new fridge over here. My new storage for things. It used to be the dark cabinet, and now it's storage for things. Got a bowl, I got a plate, I got my knife and fork. I got some spatulas and things. Some of the Fior chili oil. Maybe a little more. start with hacking up some potatoes. Doop-a-doop-a-doo. Making dinner. I'm super hungry. I haven't eaten. Oh, how's everybody doing this week? I'll be back to you in a sec. I just gotta get the potatoes started. These are not as mini as sometimes. That's like, I don't know what they're called. These are Pacific Petites mini fingerlings. BC potatoes. They're not really mini, but they're like smallish. That'll do. I got a pretty good sized steak. That's probably not potatoes. I'm doing steak dinner tonight, peeps. Brand new cherry spatula, made right here on the channel. Get these oiled up. Yeah. We'll hit them with some garlic. A little bit of chili powder. A little sprinkle of cayenne. And Himalayan sea salt. Cracked black pepper. There we go. Get those cooking. Get you guys back on the charger. What's scrolling back? Making a pizza. Fierso's making pizza. Paul's eating sardines in water. You okay? Gretchen's leaving because of food. You can still enjoy watching good food, can't you? Even if you're full. Spray cabinet came out looking nice. Yeah, it's good. It's good. I got a couple of comments, or at least one that was like, I don't know why you would put it in such an out of the way place. Well, A, I don't need in there very often, and B, I can actually reach in there and get stuff. Like it's not that high up. Like I can get a can of lacquer out of there. You eat like 1.5 of those potatoes. You the little guys. It's okay. I'll have yours. Are potatoes next week's video? No. I don't know what next week's video is. Honestly. Nope. Probably tool something. Tool talkie next week of some kind. Marvo's here. Hey, Paul, I watched Mike eat 3 cheeseburgers on the drive to play golf one day. Yeah, that sounds accurate. You weren't going to keep up with even before the surgery? What kind of cheeseburgers were they, though? I don't remember this happening, but I believe you. Was it just like McDonald's cheeseburgers? Because McDonald's cheeseburgers are like nothing. I can eat 3 McDonald's cheeseburgers, like, not even notice. We're going to Eagle Point. Was it one of the times we went to Eagle Point? Where did we go golfing? I didn't golf much. We didn't golf much together. Me, you, and Roca went at least once. I know I went one time with Sam Garvey, and you met us there but didn't golf. And you met us at the clubhouse. Actually, you met us on 7 for some reason. And just like came out to say hi and then met us back at the clubhouse, I think. Shop tour you mentioned maybe in a week or 3. Maybe. The problem with the shop tour is that I want it to be fully reset, and I keep having projects and making it a mess. Like, it's a functioning shop. So in order for it to be like fully between projects and reset and relatively clean for a shop tour video, I need to stop making things in it. And I don't like not making things in it. I remembered we went to we also, I thought maybe not. Thought we played Riverside once too, didn't we? Maybe that was just me and Roca. I went and played a few times with Mason Bitts. Back in those days, I went out actually quite a few times with him. I think we went and played Kamloops GC, and I think I might have played Riverside with him as well. I think we went to Sun Rivers one time. Meaning 1 can of sardines and I will be full. Well, I mean, at least grocery bills must be relatively decent. You can't eat very much. You can't spend very much on food. And food is not getting any less expensive, is it? Damn. Oh, mail call. So I dropped it and it's gone. I went to catch it and I knocked it clear across the room. So, mail call from my friend Shannon. What do we got? This? He's doing some catch-up work. He's 2 at a time this time. He missed a month, so he's getting caught up. Shannon's Lumber Industry Update stickers. Got London Plain. I really do like these stickers. I don't know. I have no idea what I'm going to do with them. But these are really good stickers. Good. I don't know. I've probably said that before. But Peroda and London Plain, all the technical properties and like characteristics of the species of wood and things on these stickers. Another quick sales pitch for patreon.com/whatever his is called. It's not nearly as good as patreon.com/wooden things and stuff, but you do get stickers if you pay them enough money. And turn these down a little bit. They're cooking a little quick on the outside. Cooking a little quick on the outside. I want them to get all the way through. Potatoes. Then what am I gonna do? I'll move the potatoes over to the little pan, put a bunch of cheddar cheese on them, melt it down, while I'm frying the steak up on that pan. That's what I'll do. Cheesy potatoes and New York strip loin. Howdy y'all, what are we cooking tonight? Cheesy fried potatoes and New York strip loin. During the video today, I looked at your shot. It has a nice functional layout. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty okay. Sometimes the garage door needs to be open to get more than about a 4-foot length of board into the bandsaw. And I do wish I didn't have to pull out my planer all the time when I need to use it. But it's not that big a deal because when I'm using the planer, it's like one of the first steps in a project, and I can just get all of that work done and put it away and then not worry about it. So, yeah. I need to figure out what I'm buying myself for my birthday. Because I think I want a tool. But I don't really have room for any more tools. Like, you guys know that I've been wanting a drum sander for a long time. I just can't figure out where it would fit. I can't figure out how to fit it in here. So maybe it's upgrade a tool time. Maybe what's next on the list to replace with a better one of, maybe it's new drill press time? Maybe it's time to say goodbye to the Mastercraft benchtop drill press that's been 10 years? 9 years? I don't know, a long time. It was one of my first tools. And it certainly doesn't owe me anything. And I paid about $120 for it or something. I don't do a lot of drill pressing, but I would maybe if I had a better one. Whose birthday? It's Gretchen's birthday! Yay! Happy birthday! Gretchen turned 38 today. A good drill press is handy. Yeah, I mean, it's fine for what it does. It's just the reason it's never been upgraded is because I just really don't need it to be any better than that. But if I want to spend money on a tool, that's probably the next one that needs upgrading in terms of getting a better one of. Hey, Marv, have you had this? Feels like Marv would like this. Marv, have you had the raspberry lemonade? Is it raspberry or strawberry? Raspberry lemonade, Canada Dry ginger ale. It's a good beverage. Gonna do some instant noodles, added vegetables, leftover chicken. Hey, that sounds good to me. Our house is empty now, so wife and I are looking at what we want to do. House is too big for just the two of us. Love something around 500, 600 square feet. You're supposed to be buying a place around here, and then you start up your guitar factory so I can come make guitars with you. Not a factory, but like bigger than your shed. Don't buy a lot of soft drinks, just Diet Pepsi. Oh, that's like even worse than regular Pepsi. Should try this guy. 130 calories, zero fat, 35 grams of carbohydrates, zero protein. It's not. I feel like it should be one of the more healthy soda pops. Paul, this is where the memes of a home with a shop building behind it that's larger than the home comes up. You see, there's a couple of those down in like Black Creek. There's like a little house and then like a 3-bay garage shop type place. Looked at some of the available properties in Campbell River. They're proud of everything. You gotta if you're looking for a deal, you gotta be going outside. You gotta go a little ways. But like something up around Sayward, you get a decent price on a decent house with a decent shop and stuff up there. And that's only like what, a half hour away, something like that. I'm cooking these nice and slow. Low and slow on the potatoes tonight so that they don't get super crispy on the outside but not cooked all the way through. Once I feel like they're getting close to cooked all the way through, I'll turn them up and crispy the outsides. My shop smells better than your shop again. $35 grams of sugar. A Sprite has 30? 35 grams of carbs, 34 of which is sugar. Yeah. You gotta live your life though. What is if a Sprite has 30, what does a regular Coca-Cola have? Miss Fact Checker Health, Miss Healthy Pants over there with your stats and your sugar counting. I can't imagine a regular Coke is less than this. I can't imagine. I gotta say, if a Sprite is 30 and this is 34, I gotta think a Coke's gotta be like 60. Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe not. I just want to eat them. I am super hungry. I want to eat them, but they are not ready. You're gonna laugh. Paul is gonna be like, I could eat one of those potatoes and like a corner of that steak. I don't know how big the steak is that I got. Oh, it should not be in the fridge. It's not gonna get to room temp anyway, but 0.915 pounds. I don't know what that is in ounces. How many ounces are in a pound? This is a 0.915 pound steak, this guy. The Mexican Coke has 39, so not much more than this. 335. This is a 355. So maybe about the same. No, just trying to keep my mother-in-law from gaining another 20 pounds, and she's a Sprite addict. I think there's worse. I think there's worse things for her to be addicted to than Sprite. In fact, I know there's worse things for her to be addicted to than Sprite. Like heroin. That would be worse. $16-ounce steak. There's 16 ounces in a pound, so it's just under that. That feels wrong. This doesn't feel like a 16-ounce steak to me. I mean, it's weighed, so it's not super thick either. I would normally prefer my steak to be cut a little thicker than this, but it'll be fine. I am going to enjoy it. Oh, Marv, what are you having for dinner, my friend? He's probably being all healthy and shit, too. No, sometimes he gets pizza. I feel like he eats healthier than most. Oh. Who is available? Roll call. Who is available to come to a live show tomorrow night? Because I'm teaching pen turning tomorrow afternoon. And I thought, while I got the lathes out at the shop, and I'm finishing up class, and kids out of school, so we don't have to do movie night on Sunday night anymore. We move movie night to Monday night, and then after my class tomorrow night, I could just start a show and turn some stuff while the lathes are out. Make some things. Just play on the lathe. Do some actual, a live show where we actually make something. Should be easier to carry around if she didn't eat. Well, sure. You could also just fucking leave her on the couch. Just stop bringing her places. It's like, can you eat around 4 or 5 ounces. So like a quarter of this? That's not enough steak. Spaghetti with few veggies and pierogies. Ooh, spaghetti and pierogies on marinara? That sounds delicious. I mean, you keep the veggies, but spaghetti and pierogi marinara? That sounds good. I can because I have not life. Okay. What time? Whatever. Well, class goes till 4, but usually runs long. I mean, I could probably aim for like a 4:30 start my time. panicking about my garage and reorganizing it. It's not, life's too short to be panicking about things. Especially, it's not that important. It's really not. Man, I realized I was missing the most important show ever. It's true. That's what this show right here. I had to stop playing Death Standing. Is that good? Is that a disappointment to you? We're playing the new Tomb Raider. I guess it might not be new. I don't even know what it's called. Like Tomb Raider. I think it was just called like when we got it on the PlayStation Store. It was like included in our subscription or whatever with PlayStation. It was called like Tomb Raider, like Essential Collection or something like that. It's good. It's good. Reminds me quite a lot of the Star Wars game that we played, the Jedi Survivor. Except you're Lara Croft. And not a Jedi. But the gameplay itself reminds me of that. I'll try to be here at that time. Okay, well, make sure you click the notification bell in case you forget. And then you'll get reminded. Make sure you smash the buttons. I have a pallet coming and no room for it. Oh, right. Table saw. Right? Well, I don't remember what kind of table saw you're getting. I can't remember everything. Could do 7:30 est. Is that 4:30 me? I think so. I don't know. I'll do a show when the class is done before I clean up, because there's no point in cleaning up and then doing a show where I... The expensive kind. Oh, it's a saw stop. Saw stop contractor. Well, then it's not the most expensive kind. I mean, it was just like last week or the week before. I think we were talking to Sean McGill and convincing him to get the 3 horsepower PCS. Pretty sure that we convinced him. Because if you'll remember, it's an investment in your children's future, Sean. The 3 horsepower PCS saw stop and the one-way lathe. Did you trick it out? No, I went bananas. Isn't that what trick it out means? I don't understand. Can you trick out a contractor saw stop? Like with the old like router table wing and everything? New tool day is fun. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if it's the 3 horsepower PCS or the contractor one or a new router or a new box of sandpaper. It doesn't matter. New tool day is awesome. Used to sell table saws. Saw stop is a great saw mainly because of the safety, but also apparently just super well made saws. That's a decent looking steak. All right, Paul's going to come back later. VCS 3 horsepower, 36-inch for the fence. Better mobile base and the full cast iron tops, no particle board, aircraft carrier, but not the 52. Yeah, there you go. There you go. That's the right saw. That is exactly the table saw that I would buy if I was going to upgrade. That's the one that I would be getting. If I was a wealthier man. If I was going to upgrade the table saw in my current financial position, I think I would get the Laguna F2. Which is why I don't feel it necessary to upgrade my table saw, because it's not a big enough step up from what I have to what that is. Don't even guess how much it was, because I sure did not. I'm going to guess, well, don't tell me to not guess. I'm going to say $6,000. Oh, that Canadian dollars. So like, I don't know what that is in American dollars. Just under 5? Ish? How'd I do? I haven't looked at those for a long time. So I haven't looked at prices of table saws in a number of years, actually. But I'll say 47. Sean says 44. $5,046. $5,500 after tax. So I was a little low, but not much. I mean, everything's, you're just talking pre-tax money. Just don't, because taxes are just on everything. Just talking pre-tax money. That's a good That's a good purchase. That's a good purchase. That's $7,400 Canadian. What's our dollar at? Oh, I'm not a math guy. Yeah, it very well could be. After July 15th, we'll know how much it went up. Yeah. 10% sales tax is ouch. Really? Because we pay 15. Nope. 13? 12. 12. Fenrir's back. Had to get onions. I wish I had an onion in those potatoes, but I didn't have one. Well, it's 73 cents US. Okay. US dollar went down 5% the other day. It's always moving around. When the US dollar, here we go, when the Canadian dollar is low in relation to the US dollar, that's when I should cash out my Patreon money. Because Patreon money is in USD. And it's like a little savings account that I have going on. I don't cash it out until I need to or whatever. I should wait until the low point of the Canadian dollar in relation to the American dollar and then cash it out so that I get more Canadian dollars. If only we had manual teleportation, I'd give you the other one. I don't need it that badly. I mean, that'd be cool, but we pay 12 here. Yeah, it's 7 and 5, right? 5 PST and 7 GST, or the other way around. Zuckerberg is hiring top talent for his AI endeavors. Zuckerberg can suck it. $300 million for. Lived here for 8 months before I bothered to look at what sales tax is. I mean, it's whatever the final price is when you pay for your thing. You go up, you say, okay, it's this many dollars. You put it down on the counter. They tell you what it actually is, and then you pay for it. It's okay, these are probably cooked through now. Turn them up a bit. I think they're cooked through, so I'm going to turn them up a bit to crispy the outsides. That was no joke. He's really paying people that much. He can do whatever he wants. Like, it's all just make believe anyway. It is gross. Yeah, like we could feed humanity, but let's not. Where did that Hyrulean crest come from? It's a Hylian shield. Thank you very much. And it used to be mints. It's like a little mint box. It used to be mints. And I just put it up there because I like it. I got it at Toy Traders in Langley. So probably my favorite store in British Columbia, other than tool stores. Toy Traders in Langley, probably my favorite store in British Columbia. Come on. Trying to get a little quarter of a potato onto an individual side in the pan. Zelda is amazing. It's true. It is true. I haven't played all of them or even most of them, but in fact, I didn't play video games much at all for about 20 years. And then boy comes along. And then once he got older and started playing video games, it was video games look like they've gotten a lot better. And so actually the way that I got back into playing video games again was through playing Breath of the Wild with him. And then I played Tears of the Kingdom without him because we started playing it together, and he was just it kind of felt like more of the same for him, so I just played it myself. Tim's here. You're just in time for me to continue to cook dinner. They don't ship. You're gonna have to take a boat over. They don't. Yeah, I don't know. Well, inventory shifts so much. Like, I don't even imagine that their website would be of much use. Next time you're over in that general vicinity, just go in, give yourself an hour, like at least, and just go lose yourself in the geekiness. Because it's awesome. Oh, now we're rocking. Now we're talking. All right. Getting very close on the potatoes. I think the wrong people are being are overtaxed. I agree. I would agree with that. Zuckerberg and Bezos and Galen Weston. Fuck that guy. He's not even at the same tier, but fuck that guy. Mortal Kombat series and Doom was the last games I played. The game right now I'm playing Tomb Raider. Before that was we played this awesome game by a little like indie studio in Montreal called Child of Light. That was like it was awesome. It was very different than the games I usually play. It was like a little bit Final Fantasy, like old Final Fantasy turn-based in terms of the fighting, but side-scrolly in terms of the gameplay, and the story was great, and the animation was cool, and it was really, really good. I I liked it more than I should have. It was really good. Peckerwood's here. And then before that was me and Boy played that Split Fiction game where it's like it's a co-op game. It was there aren't enough of those. But this the Child of Light had a little bit of co-op action too. He got to be this little ball, this little like light ball that could fly around and do things. Well, yeah. We played Split Fiction before that, and then before that we played Final Fantasy VII, the remake of Final Fantasy VII. That was pretty good. Okay, these are getting... Okay, come on back over. Is Split Fiction good? Yes. It's good. I think it's good if you're playing it like with a child. It's not really there's not a lot happening in it, honestly. Like there's not a lot of there aren't a lot of different you don't grow as the character. You can't develop skills or put points into things or anything like that. Like you're the same people at the beginning as you are at the end. But it's a fun co-op game that I would say is not long enough for the price of it. I don't know how long it took us to actually go all the way through, but it felt not long enough for the $65. But it was good. We enjoyed it. Get these guys in here. My triple cheddar blend. On the potatoes. Cheesy these up. And then we will get our steak over here. It's gonna go a little garlic powder. Pepper. Go in there and get my plates and stuff. And I'm gonna need a knife. Yeah. Oh, put this back. Put this back in the other one. Get it charging. Yep. There we go. We're scrolling back. Prefer games from the 90s. Go back to Warcraft and Quake, Super Metroid, King's Field. We tried It Takes Two. We haven't. We were gonna play it because we were like, oh, that was fun. Like the co-op action was fun, and the same studio makes this other one, which was first. And we're like, well, it's older. Maybe it's cheaper or included in my PlayStation subscription or whatever. It's the same price. I was like, not paying $65 for another one of these. Daughter and I have been playing It Takes Two, and it's a blast. Split Fiction is lined up next. It's a good game, especially like Daughter and I tells me, yes, you guys are having fun. Me and Boy enjoyed it. It was time spent together, and we played together, and it was great. But it wasn't long enough for the money, and I would have liked some facet of like character development, like in terms of like, I got some stuff, I want to put my points into something that makes me better at something. So like some depth to the gameplay that wasn't just like a new level with a new mechanic. You know what I mean? No season salt. I don't. I just don't have any down here. Usually I would, but I got Himalayan sea salt, fresh ground Himalayan sea salt, and cracked black pepper, and that'll work. A little bit of garlic. Chat is so quiet while you're cooking. It's like everyone's busy drooling. It's gonna be good. I'm watching him cook steak while I sip a diet shake. Oh, sorry about that. But also, I'm not sorry about that because I'm gonna enjoy my dinner, whether or not you are having a diet shake or not. I'm enjoying my dinner. Play multiplayer games. We wanted more of those sort of like co-op-y games, but they just don't really exist. Like there aren't a lot of like two players at the same time on the same screen that isn't like a racing game or a sports game. Like they just don't really. I don't know why. There was one we went into co-op and there was one, but it was like it sounded cool, but then we watched like the gameplay trailer or whatever, and it was just you're just flying around in spaceships. Like it's just I don't know. Oh. Asteroids? Hey, I'm not gonna knock asteroids. The steak looks really good. I'm having fried potato steak and some sautéed onions. It's basically if I had onions, we'd be having the same thing. Stardew Valley. What is that? I think you mentioned that before, and then I forgot to write it down. Or is that the one that you're just flying around in spaceships? Because I don't really care about flying around in spaceships. Not that there's anything wrong with flying around in spaceships, but um, oh, it's the farming one. That's right. But with quests, oh yeah, farming thing. All right. Maybe I'll look at it. Portal 2. I'm gonna write that down too. I will look at these things because we do want more. Like when we go on to the next game, I would like to be able to say like this is where we both have the controllers and we can both do it at the same time. That's what I want. Dinner's gonna be good. Turn my potatoes down because my cheese is almost melted. Can play Portal 2 on Switch? I don't know. We have a Switch and we have a PS5. So if it's not on one of those, it's not an option. Like if it's an Xbox exclusive or something like that, I can't play it. But we don't play much Switch anymore since the PS5 came into the house. I mean, I played Tears of the Kingdom on it, but I want to check out that new Zelda game that's more sort of cartoony. Something Awakening or something, maybe. Should be able to play it on PS5. I also don't want to spend a bunch of money on video games when there are perfectly good games included in my paid subscription with PlayStation. Like, So to spend money on a game when I'm already spending money on a catalog of games that are included without properly exploring those, it feels like we bought the Split Fiction one. But like I said, didn't feel very, it didn't really, I didn't feel like I got the value, the $67 or whatever it cost worth of value out of it. I loved, we would have gotten the same bonding time playing anything. So playing Link's Awakening now. Is it good? Okay. Old style Zelda with updated graphics. Well, maybe. I didn't see the other thing too is like I don't really get a lot of time. Well, I have a hard time convincing myself to devote time to video games unless I'm also spending time with Boy. So the more invested he's going to be in whatever we're playing kind of has to take priority because I just can't justify like playing video games by myself in terms of the time use because there's a lot of things that I should be doing instead. Oh yeah. I'm back over. Nice sort of crustiness going on there. Get it up on its sides a little bit. I'm gonna have to like render this fat cap down a little. Tell me that isn't looking awesome. It's gonna be hard to stand that up. If I had a tong, it'd be good. Not quite at MR yet. Big line of gristle right there that I'm going to carve out, but it's a pretty good looking steak. Couple more minutes. Oh, you know what this whole thing needs? I know what this whole thing needs. So after that, when that comes out and is sitting to rest, I'm gonna whip myself up a little. What am I gonna want? I'm gonna want garlic. A little spicy. Yes. Yes. I'm gonna do a little sort of like demi-glaze type sitch. Sort of. Oh, I wish I had like just like a handful of blackberries. I could make like a blackberry beef reduction for just drizzle over the top. But I'll I'll do something. Ends up being binge time for me. I'll hit a game hard, the completionist and the thing into the ground, and not touch any games for a year. I'm not a completionist. Sven kind of is. Like he wants for all the games that have like different outfits that you can collect and all that stuff. He kind of wants to go around and get them all, and he'll like replay levels to go find all the little things and stuff like that. Uh, I'm not really that kind of guy, but they should make a thing you can stand steaks up in that goes in the pan. Yeah. Is this the proper way to cook a steak? Yeah, there's no proper way to cook a steak. There's no wrong way to cook a steak. If you cook the steak however you want to cook it, that you're going to enjoy it. Paul's back. We missed you, my friend. The moose steak looks edible. It's not moose, but it does look edible, and it absolutely is. Trent Briggs is not a fan of wood. Well, this is going to be a weird place for you to be then. Grill the steak. There's nothing wrong with you cook it however you want. I like a grilled steak. I like a pan fry. I mean, you can screw up a steak on anything. You can screw up a steak on the barbecue or in a pan or under the broiler in the oven or over a campfire. You can screw up a steak. You can also make a delicious steak in all of those ways. Okay, that's getting close. Another minute. We'll take it out to rest, and then I'll just make like a quick and dirty sauce. It's an explore and devour deal for me. Here's if I do it with the completionist tendencies. Know the game completely. No, I don't. I mean, I did enjoy just running around in Hyrule and just killing things just for entertainment and like, but it wasn't to like get all the stuff. I was just like, I was enjoying my time in the game, so I just wanted to keep playing. And it was such an expansive, open world type situation that you could just literally just run around and like find stuff for days. It was also ridiculously attractive. So like sometimes you're like riding a horse up this hill or whatever, and you crest the hill, and the sun is like glinting over the mountains, and it was just a very, very well made experience. Whenever I cook steak inside, way too much smoke. I don't think that's. You're probably cooking it too hot, or not moving it around. Well, you don't need to move it around a ton. I'm not getting any smoke in here. There we go. We'll call that done and let that rest. So I am going to let that sit on that plate for a few minutes. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a little bit of the Campbell's beef broth concentrate. I'm going to get all those juices from that steak. And I'm just going to reduce this a little bit. With a little bit of garlic. Turn that up. Get all that good stuff off the pan. Season this up with some garlic and a titch of cayenne pepper. And a little bit of chili powder, sort of mimic the spices that I did on the potatoes. And just make like a little sort of reduction. Like a beef broth reduction with a little bit of spice. As this is sitting here. Just boil off a bunch of that excess water. Get all that goodness off the pan into that sauce. And it'll thicken up just a little bit. Just let that cook down a little bit. Boil off some of that excess liquid. This is gonna be by far my best dinner this week. Let's say that. Ooh, doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Is Gretchen just gone? She's like, I can't handle it. It looks too delicious. I have to leave. I hope Mikey B shows up like just as I start eating again. That's always funny. He really likes it when I eat on the show. Yeah. Just cooking it until a bunch of the water boils off. This is sitting here going, there's juices in there. Just want to get it just to start thickening up just a little bit. Just to the point where sort of most of the water in it has boiled off. Yeah, there it is. Right there. Right there. Just thickened up just a little bit. That is dinner. Oh. Supposed to lick the spatula? I'm on it. Oh. Oh. Perfect. It's very lean and pretty good for you. I don't know. This is not that lean of a steak, but oh, let's see. See how I did. A little closer to, maybe a little closer to mid-well than medium. It's a medium, which is I'm good. Mm-hmm. 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 That glaze that I did at the end there, it really kicks this off because it just adds like a richness, like boiling down the concentrated beef broth and just with some spices, just cook it down a little bit until it's like you reduce it by like 2/3. It just adds a richness and like mm-hmm. And I spiced it just about right, but maybe a little salty. Maybe just a titch more salt than it needs. Potatoes, cheesy potatoes. That's a good dinner. That's what that is. That's a good dinner. Mike just ate my piece. Yeah, that was about all you could take, I guess, eh? Prefer medium. Medium's good. I'm anywhere from a medium rare to a medium well is fine with me. Depending on the cut of meat, I think some cuts I prefer less done and some I prefer a little more. Um, this one's about right at a medium, just over medium. I love a wild game myself as a kid. Rabbit, squirrel, turtle. I have had rabbit. I don't think I've had squirrel or turtle. Little salty. I maybe could have used a few less grounds, a few less of those on the salt grinder. But I'm not going to complain about that. Hmm. Hmm. Those potatoes are perfect, though. Are you guys jealous? Who was it that was drinking like the diet shake or whatever. Are you enjoying this part of the show? Because that is good. I'm gonna have, I think I'll do the Coke Zero to accompany the steak dinner. I think it's helping a lot. Okay, good. You can live vicariously through me. Are you drinking like diet shakes because you're fat and you need to not be fat, or is it like a doctor prescribed, like you need to cut back on your intake of shit, dude, because like you're gonna die? Because if it's just to be more attractive, like, fuck them. Need to slim down to get a new hip. Oh, okay. So yeah, that counts as medical. That's a good steak. Medium's about right for this. Sean's a little upset the butcher isn't open tomorrow. You don't need, I mean, yeah, it's better to get your steak from the butcher. But if you want a steak, they got some decent steaks at some decent grocery stores. You got some decent grocery stores down there. Whatever the grocery store is called, I don't remember what it's called, but pretend like you're going to Langford Costco, and then instead of taking a left to go up to Costco, you take a right and you go into that plaza that has Golf Town, the grocery store in there. At least when I was down there, that's a good grocery store. Mike, I'm sending you something special in the box. Ooh, that you teased me about. Is it your ankle? Is it the ankle that they took out and I told you to replace with a wheel? You'll know it when you see when it's in the package. Okay. I tease you about it, but I have to promise to try it. I better not be sardines, because I'm not eating them. I've had sardines, thank you very much. Mill Street Grocer? Maybe. It's in the plaza with the golf store. Yeah. So basically, like I said, if you were going to turn left to go up to Costco, Millstream Market? I think that might be what the street's called. And instead of going left to Costco, you go up to the next block. There's a McDonald's on the right-hand side. You turn in past the McDonald's and you go up into the plaza, where Golf Town is, except the grocery store is on the... If you're coming up in past the McDonald's, Golf town's on your left. The grocery store's on your right. It's a tool accessory. Tool accessory that I make fun of you for, but I have to try it. I don't generally make fun of people who. It better not be like. I mean, the only tool thing that I make fun of you for is sharpening your carbide tips on your turning tools. And that's just because I think I'm hilarious. No shame in being fat and helpless. Well, I don't. There's no shame. I don't want to shame anybody for anything. There's no shame in being fat. I think helpless is maybe overstating it. Nobody's helpless. I think we have to reframe some things. Sardines and saltine crackers makes for a good snake. No, it doesn't. It doesn't make a snake at all. That's just lies. Buy sirloins from Aldi. We don't have Aldi. Costco has some decent steaks. They're expensive. I mean, this steak, I mean, I threw it out, but I think it was $23 or something. Like, it wasn't an inexpensive piece of meat. And that's at the actual butcher. So I don't do it all the time, that's for damn sure. But, like, once in a while. And if you look at it, like, if that steak was $23, that was maybe like $2 worth of potato, less than that, I think, and maybe 40 cents worth of cheese, half a thing of beef broth concentrate, maybe another $1. We're under $30 for the dinner, and if I went to a restaurant and got this, I'd probably be paying like $78 or something. I only do sardines in water right now, right out of the can. Stomach doesn't handle oil or mustard styles. Your stomach doesn't handle nothing. Your stomach is garbage. Your stomach is the equivalent of the finishes that I used on that cabinet. That's what your stomach is. Your hip is bone on bone. Yeah, and so they're telling you, like, we're not going to put in a new hip if you're going to keep being a fatterson. Then I guess it's time. What was the lathe's deal with swapping and moving and bearings on one? The Nova that's over there, the Nova that's right there, needs a bearing swap, at which time it's going down to the crow's nest to replace my Laguna 1216, which is going to come back here. Everybody talking about weights. I don't even know what I am. Is 260 a lot? Somebody said the 260. I don't know what I am. Fearsome's 200, but I've been trying to get down to 170. See, I don't know what all these numbers mean. I'm like, I don't know. And it depends on how tall you are and what kind of weight it is. Because if you're all muscly and shit, like, that weighs a lot. I was at 350 at one point, dropped to 178 in a year after my surgery. The best diet in the world? Who was it that said they needed to lose weight? Peckerwood? I'll tell you. Not medical advice. Not legal advice, not medical advice. You did not hear this from me. The best diet in the world, the way I most successfully lost weight, whether I wanted to or not, I got smashed up drunk and I had a beer in each hand and I fell face first into some concrete and smashed this whole section of my jaw. Had it wired shut and I had to live off like beef broth and Carnation instant breakfast for like 8 weeks. So, not telling you that that's a good plan of attack here, but Jonathan James is here, about an hour and a half late again. What's holding up the bearing swap? Pure laziness. I need to get into bicycling or something to keep on some sort of exercise. It might be what gets me to stop drinking soda pop. Hey, right on. The bearings, well, I have the bearings. It's just a matter of dedicating the time to do it. And then I have to film it. And I gotta... It's pure laziness. Finished the cabinet. Got the shop almost reset. Archipelagus. Time to wake the wife up, get down to business. Okie doke. Say hi for me. I used to be musky and muscly and shit when in service. Well, I imagine. Got out of the military, had 4 knee surgeries in 2 years, put on a ton of weight, and become a lazy fat ass slob. Just sitting in his shop making Telecasters all day. Just... $200 pounds is approximately 90 kilograms. Oh, I know how many pounds 200 is. But I don't know, like, 200 pounds on my frame, like, I don't know what I weigh. So that I don't really have a... If Mikey B was here, he could tell me how much he weighs. And then I'd be able to say whether or not 200 pounds is a lot. Because I don't know. I'm currently 220 and wear a 34-36 pants. Okay, and how tall are you? Now I can maybe get a picture. At 220, 34 to 36-ish, around this way, depending on height, I would say, if that's like, are you like, do you have a frame like me? There's a little extra cushion, but not like... Mike, when shaving those panels with the plane, why did you put tape on the sides? I want you to ask that question in the comment section of that video. That's the kind of shit that I want people to ask about in the comment section on those videos, because I know that you're not the only one going to ask that question. I will tell you here, but go ask it there too, because there are other people wondering, I guarantee. I was trying, my theory was, in order, because I intentionally overcut the edge banding by like a 16th of an inch. So like a 32nd. If I got it dead center, it would be like a 32nd proud on either side. And I wanted to take it down flush with my plane. But I was trying not to get the veneer of the plywood. So my theory was, if I just put tape just around the outside and then project the plane out to like essentially the thickness of the tape, my theory was such that it would give me a tape depth worth of cushion where the plane would stop cutting. So basically, it would create the sole out here being like 164th of an inch taller than the sole in here. And so when the plane stopped cutting, I knew that I was that far from taking out the veneer of the plywood. And I think it worked. That was my theory. I wanted to try to avoid burning through the veneer with either the plane or sandpaper. I ended up burning through the veneer in a couple of places with the sandpaper when I was cleaning it up, but yeah. Anyone remember the Izzy Swan in-feed extension? Nope. Got the plunger and plywood, but no laminate, short of angle iron. I have no idea what you're talking about. Not even going to pretend. 5'8", 220, 34 to 36. I think I'm about 5'11", and I'm also about a 34, 36. So maybe you're just sort of like a little bit stodgier in the middle than me, but maybe not. Maybe your frame is, I don't know. And that would put me somewhere in the neighborhood of maybe about the same, maybe a little more because of the added height. Maybe I'm like 230. I think I'm probably overweight according to like my ideal, like according to doctors, but like not by a ton. Maybe. Keep drinking sodas at work out of stress. It frustrates me that I can't make it through a shift without at least 2 cans. Yeah, I get that. I mean, but I can't. I would murder somebody if I couldn't crush like a number of cups of coffee over the course of a day. And I like my coffee sweeter than most people do and creamier than most people do. So the amount of coffee in the way that I like it, that I drink, is probably worse for me than your pop habit. Went to the gym this week at 61, can still bench 350. That's that. I don't know if that's a lot. I assume that sounds like a lot. Still strong as hell. Just want to get the extra padding off. Yeah, Sounds like, unfortunately, you, you got too many broken parts to do the proper kind of exercise to burn the padding off. Like you'll blow another knee or another ankle or another hip or something. You should have got you should have picked up Matt's uh, skier thing, the little skiing thing that he gave away. I resemble that coffee remark. It's a thing, man. I drink a lot. Well, not as much as I have at some points in my life. When I was in journalism, just constant. It was just like the coffee was constantly going in my face. Like sitting at my desk. If the coffee got empty, I went and got a new coffee, and I went back to my desk, and I keep working, keep drinking coffee, like all day, every day. Plus, I was just sitting at a desk, so like that might be the heaviest that I've been. Just like sitting at a desk. This is like the act of sitting at a desk all day, every day, crushing creamy, sugary coffees, and then coming home and crushing 15 beer over and over and over and over again. That's probably the unhealthiest I've ever been in terms of like my weight and things. That one. That one. That one was perfect. That was like, I've gotten to a section that's a little bit less done. It's a little pinker. And just that last one. Oh. This one not as good. Still good. Not as good. We used to have them skiing machines when I was in college in Montreal. It takes skill to coordinate the moves. Nah. My deadlift is on by 460 deadlift. These just numbers mean nothing to me. That sounds like a lot too. I have an elliptical outside my office here at the house, just having to take it easy as left knee doesn't have full movement. Yeah, because you didn't have them put in a good one. They put in the fucking Timu version or whatever. the Viver. They gave you a Viver knee. Because we know you guys take care of your veterans. So the perfect bite. That was absolutely the perfect bite, Sean. 15 beers lightweight. Yeah, I mean sometimes a lot more, sometimes more than that. But that was pretty standard. Like that was the sort of the baseline amount in a sitting. I've had 4 shoulder surgeries, but thankfully they healed back fine. They're gonna replace one of those one of these days too. Viva knee. Yeah, I mean, pretty sure. The only thing I have from VA is my hearing aids. What? This was a good decision. I'm almost out, and I want there to be more. I tore one of the tendons off. You tore one of your tendons off? How do you tear a tendon off? Doing something stupid at work. It never got repaired, and now it's less than ideal. I would imagine so. What are you doing, man? Aren't you in Australia? Just go to the fucking doctor, my man. When I make it up there, you can cook me a 4-ounce steak and 1 potato. I don't know that I can. I'll try. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how to cook a 4-ounce steak. How much steak does your wife eat? Like, could I cook you guys like a normal human being size steak, and then she just cuts you off your portion, like a pet? It's like they just cut you off your piece, and then like a pet. And you sit under the table, and then she can like feed it to you. Oh. This one's got that big streak and gristle in it. That wasn't going to be attractive. Not like anything on this show is attractive, but like a pet. Yeah, right? An 8-ounce steak. And what was the one that I did today? What was this one? A pound? Or just under a pound? Is it 16? 12? I think somebody told me. Almost 16. Okay. I can probably... Can you? When you're coming, I'll see what I can do. I don't even know if you can buy an 8-ounce steak. Like, not at my butcher. That was one of the smaller offerings at the butcher store. At the butcher store? Maybe. How does she want hers? And then how do you want yours? And then maybe you and her and Sven, if you all want all of them done about the same, I can get a 12, and we can third it. This was good. This might be the best meal that I have had in it's definitely the best meal that I've had since the last time I cooked when I did the butter chicken. But it's way better than the butter chicken was. So this is probably the best meal I have had. This might be the best meal I've had in 2025. If it isn't, I can't think of which one is. This is probably the best meal I've had this year. find it hard to work out the weird US measurements. Just wait until you see what Canada does. We do we just make it up. We're like, we'll take some of that, we'll take some of that, we'll add some of our own. Kilometers and kilograms, damn it. Well, it's kilometers. Over a certain point, it's yards for a bit. Then it goes to kilometers, and kilograms only above a certain amount. Like the packaging on that steak, we use kilograms here in Canada too. That's the package of steak said 0.915 pounds. So the butcher's doing it in pounds. You both like medium rare? Okay, so I'll do a 12. And I'll cook it medium rare. And then we'll take off the outside like ½ inch all the way around it and give that to Sven because he wants it closer to well done, or medium well to well. And so we'll take off a ½ inch around the outside and give that to him, and then we'll go down the middle and you guys can each have half of the inside. What food makes beards long like yours? It's not about food, it's just stop shaving. If you don't shave, it turns into beard. Now I'm sad for you? Why? Why would you be sad for me? I'm fucking loving life right now. This is awesome. Oh, sad. I get it. You're sad that I haven't had a better meal than this year? There's another gristle. I don't know if you've had a better meal than this year. So, I mean, maybe. This might be like the steak, the potatoes, everything is done perfectly and seasoned almost perfectly. Again, other than a little bit too much salt. We measure distance in time. Sometimes. Biggest I've ever done was right before your surgery. 26-ounce steak. So half again as big as what I just did. That's a good size steak. I do love a 10 to 12-ounce steak. Sure. 12, I think, for me, 12 is about like why if you're gonna have less, if I'm gonna have less than a 12-ounce steak, I'm kind of like, why bother? I might as well have chicken. No, that's not true. A good, like a nice fillet, like a bacon wrap filet mignon or something. Sure. 6. Depends on the cut, right? I don't want an 8-ounce ribeye. Like, it would be like that thick. Sounds like winter. Yeah, we'll go around. We'll give Sven the outside. You guys can split the inside. We're all good. Am I not the only one who uses A1 on every piece of their steak? I've never been a huge fan. I think it's fine. But I like... I thought about pulling this guy out. I thought about pulling out the Diana sauce that I tried like a couple months ago for the first time. It's like a honey garlic thing, but it didn't quite fit the palate of what I was doing. A1's okay. It's fine. Everybody can like what they like. You want pineapple on your pizza? Go hard. Go have at her. You want A1 steak sauce on your steak? You go have A1 steak sauce. What's going on? Maybe the Americans will go metric when Britain gives up the pound. We all know, Gretchen, we both know that the Americans will go metric at the end of the goddamn world, is what they'll do. They'll, from their cold dead hands, they'll let go of their... Thank God it's raining hard. Freaking fireworks nonstop for the last 4 nights. This is unsurprising to me. Households popping loud ones in sequences at 1:15 a.m. Well, of course they are. Breed them. Yeah. Did everyone geek out and see that new interstellar object was spotted? I did not. It'll pass within the orbit of Mars. That's close. Estimated 20 kilometers, traveling 60 kilometers per second. That's fast. That's gonna go whizzing by. Well, if it hits us, you guys, it's been a good run. I appreciate every one of you. Except all the 10 millimeter. Only the third one. What? What are you? That doesn't make sense. Only the third one. Only the third one. What? Damn it, Marv. Use your sentences. That was fucking delicious. You guys missed out by not being here to have some of this. There were fireworks 10 minutes ago, but now the rain is hard. That's what she said. Why am I the way that I am? ER doctors do not have a great time during Independence Day weekend. No, but at least freedom. I'm going to have myself a cigarette and let this settle. Yep. Yep, that's good. Whew. That was a meal. We'll stick with our stupid imperial system till the cows come home. And then after that even. I do have a Led Zeppelin object. Yeah, you do. She never said that. Well, you don't know. You don't know who I was talking about. Gretchen, you've only been around for 38 years. Okay? You don't know everything. One-eyed guys with 3 fingers sell the best fireworks. Only the third interstellar object seen. Repeated. Your face is a interstellar object seen. No? Hold on. What's the definition of interstellar? Because, like, we've seen a lot of things. Oh, interstellar means that it enters our solar system, right? Am I correct? That would make sense that we haven't seen too many of those. Was outside, comes through, and goes out the other side. So passes through our solar system, interstellar. Maybe. That would make sense if there's only been 3 things that have been seen to have done that. Was that a good movie? I wanted to watch that movie and never did. Was that Matthew McConaughey? All right. In space? Travels between stars. Origin unknown. Dun, dun, dun. The speed and trajectory are giveaways. Things orbiting our star do not move this fast. And Interstellar was a very good movie. Matt Damon? Oh, Matt Damon was the one where they sent him to go colonize Mars. Was that Interstellar? I thought Interstellar was the Matthew McConaughey. Maybe not. What's the Matthew McConaughey one? It was reviewed well. I loved Contact. Contact was pretty good. It was a little slow, but it was good. I actually quite enjoyed the Chris Pratt Jennifer who's its face space one, where they're like on a ship where everybody's put to sleep. That one was pretty good. Something happens or is located in between stars. It's interstellar. Then isn't everything interstellar? Doesn't everything happen in between stars? Seems like that's a pretty shitty definition. Damon and McConaughey are just like messing with things. Are both in Interstellar. What's the one where he goes to colonize Mars then? Isn't that Matt Damon? Did he do 2 space movies? Oh, wasn't he also in the I don't want to close my eyes. The where they have to blow up the asteroid? And then Aerosmith is singing. And they're miners or whatever. Wasn't he in that too? Is he doing a lot of space movies? Arwen was his girlfriend, and he had to fly to the asteroid and blow it up, and then he like sacrificed himself. No, Arwen's dad sacrificed himself. Oh, spoiler alert, by the way. So that he could live and then be with his daughter, and they could move to the Undying Lands. I think is how that one ends. Gravity with Sandra Bullock was good. I saw that one. That one was also George Clooney, I think, also in that one. Or was that a different one? Michael Caine and John Lithgow. They're just talking about space movies now. Armageddon. Yeah, and then Matt Damon and Arwen go to the White Towers and sail across. Ben Affleck. It wasn't Matt Damon. They're like the same dude, though, aren't they? Was the sci-fi space movie that has normal space like current tech, but a picky black glob infects a dude? Venom? No, I don't know. Oh, speaking of George Clooney and space movies, both of those things came up. I think I might have talked about it on the show before. Fantastic movie. It's only kind of a space movie. George Clooney in Antarctica, I think, at a research station that's talking to interstellar spacecraft about when they're allowed to return. Something has happened to the planet. You don't ever get to know. But some ships escaped, and August something. His name is Augustine, and I think August is in the title, maybe. And and then a little girl stowed away. So now he's this old grizzled old man with something, cancer probably of some kind. Has to take care of this little girl. It was a really good movie. Somebody will look it up and tell me. Check out Project Hail Mary trailer. It's awesome. Ryan Gosling. I don't hate that guy. I kind of am neutral on Ryan Gosling. He was pretty good in Barbie. The Blob. I don't know what that's in reference to. Oh, the black blob that was in the space station or whatever. Figured it was called Life. 2017 has Jake Gyllenhaal, Rebecca Ferguson, Ryan Reynolds. Oh, The Midnight Sky. That might be it. That sounds right. Maybe. I mean, I'm sure you just looked up like George Clooney, Antarctica, space, or something. It was really good. If you haven't seen it, highly recommend. Bye, Jono. I'm good at finding stuff. I don't watch many movies. We watch one a week, and sometimes not even that, because sometimes we'll be on a series or whatever. So I watch my television one time a week, and sometimes it's a movie, sometimes we're progressing through a series. That one I didn't watch on Family Movie Night, though. That one I don't remember why I watched that. I may have just been like laying in bed and like flipping through Netflix one time. Probably looking for something to fall asleep to. It was good. When movies come up, I like to bring up Dread 2012, action movie of the decade. Doesn't get enough credit. I have not seen. Is it like a sequel to Judge Dredd with Sylvester Stallone and Sandra Bullock? Speaking of Sandra Bullock. Underrated science fiction movies. Is it science fiction? It's more of a spec fic than a sci-fi. Equilibrium. Christian Bale. I watch my TV every time I watch you. Hey, am I giant? Am I on a big? I like when my head, like somebody sometimes send me a picture. I like seeing my head being big in people's houses. It makes me laugh. Carl Urban is a beast. He's good. I don't think I've ever seen anything with him that I did not enjoy. Been watching Ironheart. We're probably going to start that next time Sven's turn rolls around. For picking. He usually picks whatever the current Marvel. Either we go to the theater and watch it if it's in the theater, or if it's a series, that'll usually be his choice. He goes back and forth between picking the Marvel series that's running right now or the Star Wars series that's running right now. Most underrated sci-fi, Plan 9 from Outer Space. Plan 9. I don't know that one either. District 9 was good. It was kind of sci-fi. Sort of. 55-inch screen. Okay. Yep. Well, I'm a pretty big head then. Do they have Tony Stark as Machine Ghost in Ironheart? Well, spoilers. We don't want him to answer that. Don't answer that, Eric. I have come to think going to the theater is not for me anymore. Home with hot dogs and snacks is much better, but I agree, except for the big ones. We go 3 times a year, maybe, for like the experience ones, like the big time Marvel ones. That's about it, really. We went and saw, the last one we went to was Thunderbolts. We went and saw in the theater. Then the one before that, I think, was the Spider-Verse, the second Spider-Verse one, I think was the movie before that. So we don't go very often. Who's going to see the new Superman on the 7th? Not this guy. That'll be a living room one, I think. It would probably be worth the theater. I would like to see it in the theater, but I don't think I think I can wait. The Boys season 5 wrapped yesterday. I have not seen any of those. I've heard that they're good. Home with dogs, not hot dogs. Hot dogs are okay. I like hot dogs. I like a hot dog once in a while. Plan 9 from Outer Space was rated as the worst sci-fi movie ever by Ed. Oh yeah, I think now I know which one you're talking about. It's probably great. I used to collect bad B-grade movies. Plan 9 is a masterpiece. Up there with Madam Web. I haven't seen that. Morbius didn't see. Craven the Hunter didn't see. I'll probably get around to them eventually, maybe, on family movie nights when we run out of other shit. Wife's pick the last couple of times has been Rick and Morty, which I had never seen, but I had heard about. It's pretty good. Like, it's pretty fun. It's smart. It's a smart cartoon. Boys, crazy dark. Some scenes turned me off. I had to cut the series short. Oh, like gory dark or like disturbing? I think I've been to the movie theater one time in 20 plus years. Got the drive-in theater a couple of times about 10 years ago. You guys still have drive-in? That's cool. I've never been to a drive-in. Because I'm not like 70. Like Tim Mallon, he remembers when they went to talkies and then they got drive-ins and then agreed, could faded black a few times or toned it down enough to be normal. Oh, okay. So they could have hinted at some things that they actually showed. I get you. Gory and disturbing. I hear what you're saying. A couple of times they could have like just sort of hinted at or made the point of, but without, yeah. X versus Seaver. Ballistic is worse than Plan 9. What? Like two movies that are both bad woven together and you can't figure out why they did any of the scenes. Nothing makes sense. Lost Highway. I wanted to like it. I tried numerous times to like it. I don't know. I don't like. Oh, here we go. You're only kind of listening, and then you hear your name and you get offended. Like, well, guys and gals, I'm going to bed. All right, later, Keel. Anybody like Lost Highway? I just like I wanted to. I thought I should. Like it felt the first time I watched it, I was like, I think I should have liked that. And so I tried again a couple more times, and I don't get it. And I don't even really know what about it makes me feel like I should like it. I never actually thought that hard about it until we started talking about movies that like feel disjointed and not connected. That's what Lost Highway felt like to me. I was like, I is this is this various thoughts that are all sort of like not quite. I tried a few times and I don't get it. Yeah, that's sure that you put whatever you want on my gravestone. I I'm not gonna read it, so you put whatever you want. You piss on it if you want. I was like, I'm not gonna care. I mean, that's kind of rude, but I won't notice. That's Lynch. Yeah, David Lynch. Mulholland Drive was good. I liked Mulholland Drive. I liked Magnolia. Maybe that's why I thought I should have liked Lost Highway, is because like I like most of what he does. It's like him and well, different animal, but I don't think I've ever seen anything that David Cronenberg has done and not enjoyed. So if he did something, I would absolutely watch it, and I'd be like, if he did something that I didn't enjoy, I would try it a few more times just to like because I would be confused as to why I didn't like it. I have another cigarette. We're back talking about movies. There's food, movies. We don't talk a lot about woodworking on this show. Tomorrow night, in case you weren't here earlier, I am doing a show tomorrow from the Crow's Nest, from the room that I have my turning classes in, because I'm there teaching until 4, and I might as well just fire up a live and turn some stuff. So tomorrow, tentatively speaking, 4:30 Pacific, turning show. Lost Highway and Mulholland Drive, you got to watch 10 times and have someone explain. Mulholland Drive didn't, like, I didn't have a problem with Mulholland Drive. Like Blue Velvet, sort of. Okay, sort of is good. I don't even sort of like Lost Highway. Like, I was genuinely confused about what I just watched. Like, I was like, I don't know why this was created. And so I tried a couple more times and I never got it. I never figured it out. Fun making some not round stuff round. That's what we're going to do. I'll probably just bust out some pens, but because I'm going to be all set up for doing pens for the class. So I'll probably just like, get it, sort of help jumpstart the Christmas market stuff. Pens, maybe some keychains, maybe a bottle stopper if I have a blank laying around. We'll see. What time? 4:30-ish Pacific. I think I'll tune in while I'm finishing up this egg beater drill. Still? God. I'm going to leave a Google review on the Tim Mellon Tool Refurbishment Services Ltd. You can do the moose poop pen. I don't know where it is. It maybe, probably not. If I found it and just I maybe could. Probably we'll just do whatever blanks are already down there for class. I'll just like do a couple of those. But if I'm already got the lathes out and spinning for teaching people, let's just keep spinning them for a little bit. I was genuinely confused by what I just watched. No, put them all on my gravestone. You just fit them all in there. Wait, so you figured out which scenes were dreams and not real? I don't think I figured anything out. I was like, the whole time I was like, should I be liking this? Like I was like, I think I should be enjoying this. It gave me the sense that I should have been enjoying it, and I just. Hmm. Poppin' in the show me state. That's a cool name. Good evening to you as well. Dennis Hopper creeps me out. I can see that. Or pretend I was here the whole time so Mike doesn't realize I just showed up. I realized long ago that, yeah, it's been a number of months that I have realized that you just don't care. I don't think I figured anything out the whole time. I was like, should I be liking this? Yep. Just write them all down. Panel's too busy playing his shoot 'em up video games. Hey, are you one of those? Do you play? Yeah, I think you're like a Call of Duty kind of shoot 'em up video game, are you? With B Panel? Yeah, you were here the whole time. No. Lies. The 2 new Predator movies make me want to watch Predator 2, but I'm afraid it'll suck. It's not good. None of the Predator movies are good. Like, as films. No. They're not good films. You're playing Indiana Jones. Oh. We were talking about video games for a while. This is why Paul and I are mods now. Yeah, it's one of the reasons. They had that weird guy, remember? And then Pinnell wasn't here, and I was like, somebody's got to help. Well, we're playing Tomb Raider now. Boy and I are playing. I don't remember which one it is, but it's good. Wasn't someone here an RC person? Yes, Mikey B is a RC person. Saw 2 dudes with RCs under a bridge the other day. I thought, huh, that's where they go. Yeah, they go all over the place. Those RC people. Oh, Pinnell. I mean, since you were here the whole time, you know about dinner that I just had, right? You were asking a couple of weeks ago, like, hey, when's the last time you cooked on this show? I had the best dinner of the year tonight. Just noticed a place on the edge of town. There's a large barn with an insane track for RC. Oh, sweet. Really enjoying the Indiana Jones game. It's got a lot to it. Lots of side quests, puzzles, history. Okay, cool. I'm enjoying the Tomb Raider that we're playing right now. It's good. The if the Indiana Jones one, it's probably like the Tomb Raider one that I'm playing, except like actual history stuff, which would be cool instead of like a made up, make believe one. So that remind me again what you cooked. Well, I started by cooking some little mini potatoes, but not super mini. They're like medium sized minis, chopped up. And I fried those in some chili oil with a bunch of seasonings. And then when they got all nice and done and crispy, I moved them over to the mini pan and I melted a whack of like shredded cheddar on there while I was cooking up a New York strip loin. And then when I took the steak off to rest, I deglazed the pan and created like sort of a sauce with concentrated beef broth and some spices and reduced it down into like a sauce to drizzle. You can tell which Tomb Raider game you're playing based on Lara Croft's assets. They're not triangles, they're not rounded triangles. It's a very realistic. It was probably made in the last like few years. Like it's a very realistic. It like I said, it reminds me of Jedi Survivor in terms of the gameplay. Mikey B in the house. It's true. He is here. He showed up. He heard somebody talking about RC trucks and he was like, "What?" We were talking about that was gonna sound bad. But we were talking about fatness earlier and how I don't have like a frame of reference because I don't weigh myself. Like I don't know how much people were talking about their weight and I was like, I don't know if that's a lot. And I said, if Mikey B was here, he would know how much he weighs, and then I would have a frame of reference for like what someone who weighs that looks like. It's like I almost said like speaking of fat people, but you're not. You've got some girth. That was a weird way to say it too. But I would know if you said I'm 240 pounds. I could then have a picture of what like a 5'10", 240 pound person looks like. Just looked up the toy box. Those people went all in. Well, he generally doesn't lie about things, I don't think. I mean, I don't know, but like Chris, the other MB was all, yep, yep, he was here the whole time. I also had steak and vegetables this evening. Well, potatoes are not vegetables, but we're here in the curves of destiny. I think when we went into the catalog or whatever, I think it was just called like Tomb Raider, like Essential Collection or something like. I don't know what it was called, but it's good anyway. It feels like it's pretty recent. You've got some girth. He's hefty. He's kind of like he's like sort of me, sort of ish, like probably a few extra pounds, but not like in an unhealthy like slovenly way. This is an accurate way to say this. I have gas RC. You have a gas RC? Buy an electric a Traxxas. You can buy the Traxxas uh, Trix 4 Everest Mark 7 Durango. Lariat edition. All right. Later, Paul. Bye-bye. Potatoes are not fruits. Potatoes are tubers. I think. They're like they're part of the root of a plant. So I don't even think they fall under the category. Like a fruit has a definition. Like it it's it grows, and then the seeds are what reproduce the plant, and the seeds are contained within a fruit. A vegetable, like there are definitions for these things, and potato is not in either of the like fruit or vegetable. It's got its own thing. It's part of the root structure. It's like a carrot. Technically, I don't think a carrot is a vegetable. Maybe it is. I don't think it should be. Got up to 300 around Christmas, but I worked back down to 275. Okay, so now I have a frame of reference. Right now you're about 275, and you're what, like my height-ish? So you're like 5'11"-ish? Don't look like a fat guy. I know, that's why I was trying to say, like there's a couple extra pounds there, but not in like a slovenly way. Just kind of hefty. Non-buff Eddie Hall. I don't know who Eddie Hall is, but I believe you. Are bananas also tubers? No. They only grow from roots and do not have seeds that function. I don't know. But do the seeds of a banana not create more banana trees? How do banana trees... I think you take down a whole banana tree in order to eat the bananas. I think but I think banana trees only make bananas once, maybe. I think. Why do I think that? Don't come here to learn because that's all wrong. I don't believe you. I think maybe some of it was wrong, but I'm working through it. I don't think most of that was wrong. Y'all are short asses. No, you're tall. Shut up. Mike's right. Mike's right. See? Marv is like my official fact checker guy, Pinnell. You... Potatoes are tubers. Eric Habakabaka. Potato is a tuber. They call it a root vegetable. You can call it whatever you want. You can call it fruit, but you'd be wrong. Vegetable, if only vegetable, mineral, or animal. Okay, if you're going to divide everything up into those three categories. But there are more categories than that. Okay? Potato is a vegetable. No, it is not. See, now you're just being wrong. And making broad, like, incorrect claims. You're spreading misinformation, is what you're doing. Commercial bananas are sterile. I believe you, but are they the fruit of the banana tree? I don't think they are. The fruit of the tree is what contains the seeds in order for the reproduction to occur. Right? I think is like definition of a fruit. Whatever the plant produces that has the seeds that create more of that plant. So like a pepper, a bell pepper, fruit, right? Banana roots get chopped and replanted. No seeds. Very susceptible to disease. You're not answering the question. Is a banana a fruit? Banana plants do not produce fruit from the same stem every year. While they are perennials, each individual stem or pseudostem, pseudostems, only produces one bunch of bananas before it dies. See, again, you're correct. Pinnell, this guy was correct. Vegetable is a culinary term. Your face is a culinary term. Potato is generally considered a vegetable. Well, then generally is wrong. Whoever this generally guy is, he is incorrect. Yes, bananas are the fruits of banana plants. Banana plants, despite their tree-like appearance, are actually giant herbs. Okie doke. But does the fruit that we know as banana contain the reproductive information of that plant? Whether it's an herb or a tree or a shrub or whatever. I am creating my own definitions here. Thank you very much. Apparently, yes, they do, but not the commercial ones because they have had vasectomies or whatever. Botanically speaking, a banana is both a berry and a fruit. Remember, if it's a berry, it's also a fruit. But yeah, so like not all squares are, all squares are rhombuses, but not all rhombuses are squares. All berries are fruits, but not all fruits are berries. Just Google is a potato a vegetable, and everything says yes. Well, they are wrong. Jim Google is feeding the world misinformation. First meal in England was a veggie plate. That sounds terrible. Potatoes, peas, and corn. Yeah, it could have been worse. No rocks or animals at least, but no veggies either. Good point. If that was a veggie plate, potatoes, peas, corn. Are any of those vegetables? So when you eat a banana, are you spitting out seeds? No, but I don't spit out the seeds of a raspberry or a strawberry. Still fruit. All squares are rectangles, but not all rectangles are squares. That's the same thing that I just said, except I said rhombuses, because it sounds cooler when you say it that way. Mike's right again. I like when Marv comes in here and he starts saying things like, Mike's right, guys. Well, bananas do produce flowers, and those flowers can potentially develop into seeded fruit. The bananas we eat are typically from sterile triploid variety that doesn't produce viable seeds. Yep. Strawberry berry seeds are on the outside. But they are still the reproductive information of the plant. Like, it's not, I'm not overcomplicating this. Does the thing that you're eating contain the reproductive information of the plant? And you could theoretically plant it and get another one of those plants. Fruit. guess contain could be, you could argue the semantics of the word contain, because technically a strawberry doesn't contain the seeds. But I will make an exception for strawberries. This has been another fun conversation. This has been getting to know your fruits, vegetables, and other with renowned scientist of fruits and vegetables, Mike Davies. And then this scrolls across the bottom here. It says, all information is proven to be 100% factual and correct. And don't listen to Pinnell. He doesn't know what he's talking about. And he's in the pocket of big Google. They're paying Pinnell the Google dollars to go on live streams and spout nonsense. Do you know what corn looked like before we made it in a production crop? Yeah, it was little and shitty. Looked like a grass, cobs the size of a slender finger. Yeah, and then we GMO'd the shit out of it, and now it's actually a food. Go GMO! This is entertaining, but I have to go to sleep. Be sure to check the live chat tomorrow to see if the fruit vegetable question has been resolved. It's already been resolved, Gretchen. Like, the truth, the facts, as I have determined them, as renowned food scientist Mike Davies has decreed that if the reproductive information of the plant is contained within the thing you're eating, is a fruit. If it is part of the root structure of the plant and does not contain the reproductive information of the thing that you're eating, it is a potato. It's a tuber. And if it is actually part of the plant, if you're eating the plant itself, vegetable. There. That's just science, you guys. I don't know what to tell you. You can believe Chris Pinnell and his Google, or you can believe that generally guy that somebody was talking about earlier. Or you can believe this guy. Okay? Like, I think we all know who the go-to source of this information is. One more smoke, and then we're going to call it. Yeah, we got to 3 hours on this show. I guess dinner took a while. I have another one of my raspberry lemonade ginger ale. This is a good beverage, in case you weren't here for the raspberry lemonade Canada Dry ginger ale. It's good. BC Fisheries Society used triploid females to stock lakes because they're sterile and can't interbreed with wild stocks. Cool. I feel like it would be a better use of resources to stock the lakes with fish who could reproduce, because then you would have to do it less frequently, wouldn't you? You reproduce potatoes from potatoes. Makes it a fruit by your first definition. It's not a seed. It doesn't. I guess I just said because it contains the reproductive information. Okay, so I guess clarification. If the thing that you're eating contains the seeds of the plant that contain the reproductive information, fruit. Oh, Marv's taking backsies. Backsies. Damn typo. Oh, yeah, typos are better than getting yelled at for backsies. Maybe they're not. I mean, I'll let you decide, I guess. They put 40,000 fish per year in Dragon Lake. See, they would have to do that less if they didn't neuter them first. Like, why not put some fish in the lake that aren't just going to die and then not make any more fish? This I don't understand. Like, that's the opposite of what we do out here on the coast. We have, like, Mikey B's dad worked at a hatchery that made more fish to go out and make more fish. Like, would have completely defeated the purpose to make fish who couldn't go out and make more fish. Fair that bananas used to carry seeds, but we did that to them. Only way to get bananas back if they go away is develop a seeding banana into a similar banana. Sure, then do that. Doesn't it seem like a better use of resources to make fish? To put fish out into the wild that could potentially make more fish themselves? So you don't have to just keep fucking putting sterile fish out into the... It seems like not a great use of resources. And that's coming from a scientist. Man, it's a nice day. You guys want to come outside? Come outside with me for a minute. It's a nice day. Nice, it's cooling off a little bit. Sun's going down. Got yard is like relatively mown and taken care of. Backyard is a lot better than it was too. I got rid of a bunch of my old cans and bottles and stuff. I still got this big pile of maple here that I got to deal with. These are like big ass maple chunks. But yeah. Here's my truck. Oh. Took back a hell of a lot of recycling this week. Like a long time worth of saved up cans from back when I was drinking. boy and I sorted through them all and counted them and took them back to the recycling depot and made just about $200. I mean, we didn't make $200. It was my $200 in the first place that I got back from deposits, but it was like $195 worth of bottles. I trust BC Fisheries Society has good reasons and science behind what they do. Yeah, probably. They put sterile fish in so they can't breed and tax the natural resources. If overpopulated, they would eat everything and all the fish would die. Okay, but doesn't Mother Nature find like its own equilibrium of stuff? Like, wouldn't they just get to like sort of critical mass and then just not be able to? That's just science again, guys. It's all lies. Everything's backwards. YouTube is backwards. Mother Nature is fine, but they're introducing more fish. Yeah, okay. But then humans are not really known for like creating balance. You know what I mean? Like we kind of interfere. Like we're putting fish in the lake so that we can go catch the fish from the lake. Like, I mean, just go buy a fish from the fucking grocery store. If you like, yay! Thanks for putting the fish in the lake for me to catch. I guess, but we're gonna go catch the fish anyway, so we might as well give us some extra ones to go catch. Well, I shouldn't say us. I don't do that. But like, if people are gonna go catch the fish, then yeah, give them some to catch so they don't catch all the good ones or the real ones. No, the nature ones. Maybe we just don't let people catch so many damn fish, and then we can be part of the natural world instead of interfering with it. Just be like, hey, no, you can only have 2 fish because that takes 2 fish, and those other ones that you didn't take can now make more fish to make up for the 2. It's man fishing that screws that up. See? Beckerwood has it exactly right. Don't. And then we trade the goats for the coupons to go trade in for something else. Interference is the adults who put goldfish into Dragon Lake. Oh yeah, they don't belong there. They're the people that put in with the. Miguel, are you still here? You guys got some lizards down your way that are like somebody introduced down there, but they're cute and I want one. So like. Putting fish in the lake also helps keep the ecosystem happier by removing some of the bugs and adding fertilizer to the soils, as well as feeding birds and other animals. See, now you're just a shill for the lake stocking industry. You're only allowed 1 fish per day at Dragon Lake. Why they gotta put 40,000 fish in it then, or however many fish? How many people are fishing in the lake that they need that many thousands of fish that can't make more fish? You got 40,000 people fishing in that lake? Many places in BC are now catch and release only. Yeah, but there's people not doing that. You know that there are people not doing that. Invasive lizards. Yeah, see? My dog tries to eat them. I think it's illegal to knowingly transport them up island. Well, yeah, obviously it's illegal, but they're cute and I want one. I'm kidding. You'd smuggle one in the cello. Don't do that. And it's fine as long as only one. If only one comes, we're still good. Because science. They can't make more if there's only one. We have introduced cane toads. Would you like a couple million, Mike? Nope. But are they cute? Osprey, eagles, otters, and other fish eat fish. Sure, but if the people that are interfering with the natural cycles aren't taking 40,000 and 400,000 of the fish or whatever, then the interference aspect of the natural cycles is the people. It's not the ospreys and the otters and shit. Right? Like, now you're just making a fucking zoo. Like, well, let's feed the otters and ospreys and eagles and stuff some fish. You're just making an open-air zoo at this point. Yeah. We're on the safe side. They're trying to protect the natural cycle from the people. They're also just feeding the otters and the... These aren't pets, okay, guys? Fisheries BC or whoever. These aren't pets. You're not supposed to feed them. Like when they get mad at you for feeding the bears, but it's okay to just throw 400,000 fish out for the otters and the ospreys. A little hypocritical. Anyway, I think we'll wrap up tonight's show. Make sure that you hit the thumb button if you haven't hit the thumb button. If you have hit the thumb button, don't hit it again because it'll go away. Yeah, watch the video that I put out earlier today about making that cabinet right there. And don't make fun of the music in that video, okay? Because it's good and it'll hurt my feelings. I think I watched it again after it uploaded, and I feel like it was maybe a little loud. Like, I feel like the music didn't maybe need to be quite at the volume it was at. I don't know. What do you guys... Let me know. But I couldn't tell when I was, like, making it in terms of the levels. The levels looked okay and sounded okay coming out of my computer. But listen, I watched it again and I was like, maybe. But monetization friendly music. Yep. Certainly couldn't be demonetized for using my own music. Cats are a problem in Canada too. Yeah, they are. Cats, fuck cats. Well, I'd be an indoor cat person if I were to have them now. Yeah, I don't, yeah. I'm not going to get into outdoor cats because those people, yeah. What was the table your drill press is on now? Oh, it's just a shitty, I just made a couple of little tables. They're just like 2x4s, like legs, apron, piece of plywood, edge banded. There's nothing. Yeah, both of those tables. That guy right there. That's just scrap 2x4s, like pocket screwed together with a piece of plywood that has edge banding. And same with that one. Just, it's great. They're actually just bits from the workbench that used to live along this side. There, it was made up by 2x4s. And I just like ran it through the planer a couple of times to get the paint off it, and then made some little tables. Edge banded, LOL. What? That's what it. What else do you call it? That's what I call it. You edge band a piece of plywood. That lovely fir. If fir can suck it. So there's nothing lovely about Douglas fir. I mean, okay, it's relatively attractive. But it can suck it. I love them. They look cool. I mean, they're more than they were supposed to be initially. When I was gonna I just wanted temporary, as happens. I just wanted some temporary places to put a couple of things, like after the shop reno, while I decided what the permanent solution was going to be along that wall. And I was like, I got all these scrap 2x4s and these chunks of plywood. I'll just like pocket screw some things together and have some platforms or like some tables over here. And then I made the pieces and I looked at them and I was like, okay, you should probably like at least taper the legs. You know, just taper the legs. So I tapered the legs and then I looked at them again and I was like, to put a little arch in the. So I put a little arch in the stretchers and like, yeah, they're fine little tables, but that's all they are. It's just. You want me to do a video on the scrap 2x4 plywood tables? Because I can bust one. I could make one of these and create the video of doing it in like a half a day. It's dead simple. In fact, I have a video on my channel. It's not quite that, but it's not far off. It's really, really old and it's probably really bad. And Nadia painted it. I made it for her old shop, her old studio. So it would have been at like a really early video, like the first year of making videos. It's probably called like making a card table in a weekend or something like that. And she painted like looking up through trees at the sky on the top of it. And it's essentially the same thing. I'm pretty sure. Any cabinet-like things that are particle board furniture from the curb? Sure. Working on that eventually. Yeah. That kind of thing is good video. It would probably, honestly, it would probably do okay in terms of views. Just like, and I could call it something catchy and clickbaity, like build a whole table from a 2x4. And then that would be a lie because it's got a plywood top. But, well, I remember a very nicely painted table. That would be the one. I only have one nicely painted table. Well, and I don't have it. It's still at the shop though. It's in the kitchen at the shop. Maybe if you guys come tomorrow night for the turning show, we can go look at it. It's got a Pac-Man machine on it. I guess I should set up my sharpening station for turning. Yeah, you should. Because you got that one-way lathe coming to go with your 3 horsepower saw stop that's coming so that you can make segmented bowls. Got to visit the crow's nest one day. You come out anytime, my friend. You come out anytime. You coming out here and for a visit would probably be enough for me to go out on a photo walk. We could go out, take pictures. I would take my camera out for the first time in God knows how long. And we could go shoot waterfalls. I show you some nice waterfalls. And some bears, and some otters, and some herons, and some seals. It's just something like build in a couple hours or painless. Yeah, fast, easy. And then big letters. Fast, easy. Weekend project. Sister was recently in Victoria and didn't bother to tell me she's going to the island. You come yourself. You take Betsy and what? Wait. Phyllis? No. What's the damn Honda's name? I forget. Saw a bear and a fox on Thursday. Hey, sweet. Okay. Stay happy, stay healthy, stay safe, everybody. We'll see you next time. Bye for now. Mike is making stuff. Just showed up as I'm shutting down 3 hours and 18 minutes in. So, bye, Mike. Bye, everybody. Tomorrow night, about 4:30 or so, my time, we'll do some turning. Bye.